Saturday, August 27th. We're in the 48 Chevy. Been going over it. Everything seems to work. All the windows are in good shape. The clutch is good. There's no brakes, but I'm not going to leave the yard. And it's probably just a brake line. It's something I could fix. But I don't plan on using the brake system or the chassis unless I decide to maybe build a stubby bob where I would shorten the frame and put a pickup truck bed. I don't know. Just thinking. I mean, I'm not going to do anything much with this. One glass in the windshield has some smoke in it, but those windshield glasses are, like $60 delivered to your house, so it's all flat glass. Just figured I'd just, crawl around a little bit in it and see how it works. It seems to be running okay. I noticed that somebody tuned it up. It's got new wires, new plugs, points, condenser. There's a ballast resistor under there, so apparently they were running it on 12-volt battery, but the guy put a brand new 6-volt in it, and they got a new water pump for it. I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem to be leaking, but again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this engine. So I looked up all the codes online for this. It's like 6142, I think, was the code. And when you look it up, it says it came from the factory as a stake body. Didn't have the dump body on it. So apparently somebody built the dump bed on this and put it underneath the original stake body. It's interesting. Somebody had a farmer or something was using this, you know what I'm saying? And I got it hooked up on the auxiliary fuel tank. I hung it under the hood so that I could run the engine. I didn't want to try to run off the main fuel system. Take it down towards the road here, turn around. Just putting again because there's no brakes. It's interesting because I don't see an emergency brake anywhere. PTO. I'm not sure how they were stopping this thing when it wasn't. Must have just been using like short blocks or something. You know what I mean? Gotta go slow because there's no brakes. Ah, shit, here we go. Christ. I'll have to shut it off. I want to grind the tranny out of it. Put it in reverse, start it up. Alright. Gotta get used to this key. The key turns to the left to turn on. You hear that exhaust leak? It's got a little leak at the manifold. The GoPro runs. Listen to it. Probably my voice sounds all garbled because the engine's running. I'll find out when I play the. I don't want to burn the transmission out on it either, even though I don't plan on using it. It's always nice to have it to be able to drive it around, you know what I'm saying? When you need to work on it instead of having to push it all the time. And I can advertise this engine on Marketplace, I guess, to somebody. Maybe just seeing the temperature now. The temperature gauge works. Speedometer. Battery fuel system says I'm almost full. That's not a good sign. But so I'm going to be parking this out back. I'm not really going to use it until do anything with it right away. I got to get the van. I like to do one project at a time and as quickly as possible and then get it on the market. Coming back around the back side of my property here where I'm going to store it. And temperature got up to about 110 now. I'm going to pull this up out of sight. Being in this part of my property is commercial. It's weird how the commercial line cuts my property. About 1/3 of my property is commercial and the rest is residential. So I have to keep the place clean anyway. I don't want the neighbors to complain. But if I have too many vehicles in the yard, they like to come around and bug you about it. You're really only supposed to have one unregistered vehicle. And I got a couple now, so this truck, I wanted to show you up under the hood because it's amazing that this thing, literally, I mean, the fenders came out of Arizona, and the fenders, the doors, the hood, are all just no holes. There's no switch. I'm so used to buying them, and there's like a million holes. I mean, the fenders and everything are still all intact. The wheel wells, no rust holes. A lot of times this rots out up in here. It's all good. Look, I'm going to be able to oil this up and take these fenders off just by taking the bolts off. And that's good. I mean, this is going to be, apparently it used to be green. It's green like a dark green like my 54 Chevy is. Alright guys, this was kind of a long one, but I figured I'd take you for a little ride around the property. You can listen to me grind the gears trying to stop the truck on the hill down there with no brakes. Saturday morning, having fun. Talk to you later.